Most football agents actually believe you need a lot of experience or thousands of contacts to build a network with football clubs. That's totally wrong. I don't believe that. I've been in this industry for 2 years, but I have one of the most good contacts among new upcoming agents. How long is that? It took me 2 years to do these things. A contact is not a network, guys. So what do I mean a contact is not a network? The fact that you send, let's take for example, LinkedIn, if you send a LinkedIn connection request to someone and the person accepts it, yes, you're in that person, that is not a network. That person, it doesn't guarantee that if you write that person is going to reply to you. So contact is not network. So to build network is what we call value. That if you can be able to write someone and the person responds to you, that's what we call network. So I have this method that I always try to look at the network, how to be your network and how to be visible, how to be valuable in the industry. So the first thing is become visible so that people who are useful see you as one of them. So if you have an idea to always do something, like if you can share market ideas, leak information, how this league is playing, how this Scandinavian league, what details is happening in this league, whosoever. In fact, you know so much about some league. If you can always share those kind of things, sporting directors at one point in time, they'll be very interested in those kind of things. So you become more valuable to them because they feel like this person has information about a specific league. If we want to sign a player from this league, we go look at this person. So for example, what do I mean become valuable? Valuable. Let's take for example, of course, people will say they are data everywhere. No, data can never change the eye test. There's someone who is very good, has good stats, and when you see him play, his stats show very well that he's fit whatsoever. But when you look at him in the eye test, it doesn't make any sense for you to sign that player. So most of these things they happen that we use data to know that to track certain metrics, but still we need our eyes to see if that person is good or not. The stats that always show that, let's take for example, Messi runs very less, the least kilometer on the field. Of course, that is Messi. We don't even need to look at stats with him. But when he actually plays, when you see what he plays with the eye test, his brain, everything, stats cannot buy that. Okay? But anyways, those are the things I'm saying that you have to know certain things that sporting directors do not know that you become valuable to you. That you become valuable, sorry, to them. Then they start looking at you. So if you are always like talking about a specific league to them that you're giving insight about that league, that's already one thing that you can be valuable at. There are other different things, but this is just an example. So find something that you think you can also be valuable at and put it out there. Another way of course of being valuable is always to look at what the industry needs. Let's take for example, always try to look at sporting directors, communicate with them, and try to share your ideas and with them before you even ever ask for a connection request. I mean, before you even ever ask for a meeting or whatsoever. So let's take, for example, if I move to LinkedIn and I wanted to start to build my network, the first thing I will try to do is I will just try to look at sporting director, what they are always posting. I also say most are not always online, but look at what they are posting. Try to engage with their posts, communicate with them, drop useful tips, which is very important in comment section because that tips you're dropping, some other sporting director might pass by and see that this person is quite, I like this tip, and they go search your profile. They might connect with you, and from there on, you can keep on a conversation at one point in time along the line. So those are few things that you have to also do to keep building your network. Building your network doesn't mean you just sit and connect with people and never talk. Look at what those people are doing. Share your own opinion on that idea that person is doing, and also kick on from there. This also, if you do this, let's take for the next 6 months to 1 year, it gives you already very good insights for you how to build connections with football club. There's someone who can sit just at home, build connection. Then when they build connections, by doing just this specific method, he doesn't want to stress himself too much. Then when he builds connection, he asks for a Zoom meeting. And after a Zoom meeting, he travels, flies there to meet those people and communicate. That also can be another method. But you need to have a proven method or a strategy that works. And one of your strategy to building connection with football clubs or sporting directors can be also a way like just sitting, open a LinkedIn account, create your account, find an agent that you think that he has a very good profile that people are always engaging with him. Always try to leave useful comment on his profile, or what he posts or whatsoever. Or if you find also a sporting director that you think is always busy, look at 5 of them, 5 or 10 of them like that. Leave useful comments, that really insightful comments on their post. Because while you're living on their post, other sporting directors drop by to see, and they'll be commenting on that person's post, and they can see also your own comment. Thereby, you're also introducing yourself to people that, hey, I'm here. If I also have something that I can offer. And at one point in time, when you can start a conversation with another sporting director, like saying, hey, I see you're always engaging in the post of this or this sporting director. That's really nice to see. It's always very interesting to read your own comments section there. So I wonder, if the person is not posting, and obviously, why don't you post? Because I think you can really help the industry do whatsoever, grow or whatsoever. You're finding a way to give a conversation, to engage in a conversation, but first you're throwing a compliment because you have seen that he has been putting out good comments in another sporting director's post. And thereby, when you do things like this, the person is going to open up to you, because what you have disarmed him. Disarm him means like you have made him relax to speak to you, to engage with you. Okay? So thereby you start now communicating, because he's willing to speak to you, because you have come in a very nice way. That's what we call networking, learning how to network with people. That's a very good networking point that I'm teaching you already there. But yes, these are the things that you do to be able to keep developing and growing and getting ideas in the industry. And then one very useful tip that I'm going to let you, before I leave you go, is find a way to read books. Because I started learning how to read books, and from reading books, it changed my brain. Before speaking to people in front of camera here, it's because I read a lot of books. I don't just wake up in the morning and put a camera or put a phone and start speaking to people. I read it. No, I read a lot of books. I do research each day. Each day I have a program that I follow, but I have to always also learn to be able to give out to people a lot of things, so that it can help you people. So find a way to read books. Another book, you can find a book like, let's take for example, there are people, there are sporting directors who have written books. There are books like leadership books whatsoever. When you start reading book, what a reading book does is it focuses your brain a lot, and makes you, and start to make you thinking of, hey, I want to be successful. Hey, I want to be successful. And when you start doing that to your brain, because that is what books are doing to me, you start getting rid of friends. I know I'm jumping topic here. This is not what we're to speak about, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of idea what that thing can do to people. Now it start making you get rid of friends that are not helping you in your life. Because first, one thing will be like the books you read will be telling you things like, hey, focus, discipline, consistency before you achieve your result. And all those things come with, like, environment is key, getting rid of friends that are not taking you forward, getting rid of jealous or whatsoever thing it might be. That is what books help you to do. It's going to bring your focus. That is the when you wake up with a target to do something, to keep building. And if you compound all these things doing for 1 or 2 years, where you find yourself will be mind blowing. Okay, this is just an advice that you can, if you want to go more and become successful in whatsoever you're doing in future, you need to add reading book as part of your program. 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day, not bad, but you need to find a way to read also. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to get more tips on about network, you can join my school community, school community. The link is below. And also, if you want to develop your network and start speaking to sporting directors, book a network, book a call with a link below also, and I'm going to help you find a way to communicate with sporting director. I'm going to teach you one of two things that I learned also by doing this myself. So that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care and bye for now. Cheers.